right, Jet.com, the online marketplace that's vowed to take on Amazon and take over the entire e-commerce world, it's gearing up for a big rollout tomorrow. The company, which has nearly no revenue. It's clear on its mission, though. It wants to undercut everyone, no matter what. Customers are asked to pay $50 annually in return for what they say are the best discounts available online. Jet is now in talks for more funding that could push its valuation to $3 billion. That would make it one of the highest valued e-commerce companies ever to go public. This is pre-IPO. All right, more than 37 million users of the popular adultery website Ashley Madison. Amazing it's that popular. 37 million. Well, they are under threat by hackers who say they are going to expose millions of dirty secrets. Ling Kent, Liz Claman, host of Countdown to the Closing Bell, and Tom Kellerman, Chief Cybersecurity Officer for Trend Micro, join me right now. And, it's easy to kind of snicker at this and say, well, you deserve it. You were on the site to begin with. But it does highlight, Tom Kellerman, a bigger issue, and that is that, everyone, including these folks on that website, are pretty vulnerable these days.
Very much so. I mean, those sites they have minimal security. It's just there's an encrypted communication. They try to anonymize their user sets as best as possible. But they don't actually protect the website itself from hackers being able to drill through the website to pull out the back-end database.
There's, of course, a part of me that's like, well, you kind of deserve it, Ling. I mean, you're the one who's on the website to begin with. Do you really anticipate that you're going to have your data fully protected and private? Yeah. What's the company saying?
The company says that they are working with law enforcement to figure out who did it, and the site is now under control, that they've cut off this loophole that was exposed. And the issue really here is how they're going to actually attract people back into using it anymore, because the number one thing about it is secrecy, right? And even if they were able to bill your credit card secretly, right, using a different name in your credit card bill, the back end is what the problem is, because you're using your credit card with your information, swiping it on their website. So your identity and your personal information is still very much there. And they haven't addressed that part, the back end data security issue there. Regardless of what this website does, it's clear that security was not necessarily.
Liz, we may see a spike in the divorce rate.
I had not thought of that, Trish. Listen, people should be outraged about this, and who cares what Ashley Madison's doing on their website? This, whether it's a government site, whether it is Target, you name it, we should be outraged by any type of hacking of any business. Ashley Madison is a business. You may not agree with what they're doing, and you may say, oh, this is payback. But the fact is that this is yet another hack, and it's yet another indication that we're not taking cybersecurity seriously or appropriately enough. Everybody may really give lip service to it, but I just think this is extremely serious. And, forget being judgmental about what they do on the site. Let's figure this out.
Yeah, no, Tom Kellerman, I mean, you've spoken, we have spoken with you at length about this. I mean, to me, this is an extremely dangerous situation. The idea that you can have these cyber thieves and, more worrisome, cyber terrorists out there in the webosphere. I mean, this is I think, something that makes us all recognize we are incredibly vulnerable. And whether it's, someone cheating on their spouse or whether it's our national security that's at stake, all of this information is out there online.
Yeah, to that point, the Trend Micro discerned a study on the deep web and one on what's called bulletproof hosts, which are like the toughest neighborhoods online. These are the neighborhoods where basically the criminal gangs, the cyber criminal gangs, not only distribute what's been stolen, but they distribute the weaponry that allows so many people who are non-technical to join this cybercrime wave. And we really need to appreciate the fact that, like, for less than $100, I can buy your Facebook credentials. For $300, I can buy a weapon that allows me to bypass
buy my
most
Facebook credentials? What does that mean?
For $100, I can hire someone in one of these bulletproof hosting forums to essentially steal your password and send it to me.
Wow, it's pretty amazing. I mean, I've actually struggled with having my identity duplicated online, which is why I was interested when you said Facebook, because somebody actually impersonated me online and created a site on Facebook that looked an awful lot like me and seemed a lot like me, and we spent several attempts there trying to get it down. But that's a different kind of hacking.
Nothing is private. Nothing. Eric Schmidt, who of course used to be the CEO of Google, once said, if you're doing something that you don't want people to know about, maybe you shouldn't be doing it. Now, obviously, Ashley Madison would fall under that category because clearly there are 37 million people right now biting their fingernails if this is revealed. But if you can't even shop online, like at Target or at Home Depot, then, I mean, where do we stand here? We've got to figure out this issue.
There are consumer backstops, though. You can actually do things that you can help protect yourself by using mobile antivirus software on your phone. You can have an extra different credit card or debit card that you use. There are little steps, but overall, absolutely correct in the sense that we're very vulnerable.
This is going to sound like a huge endorsement for American Express, and maybe it is, but I've gotten to the point where I will only use my Amex card online because I feel that if you use your debit card or another card, you might not get your money back in the case of a hack. Anyway, thank you so much. Good to have all of you guys here. Jill, Ling, Liz, and Tom.